Welcome, welcome, welcome to this red rose and red thread remembrance. Taking 3 deep centering and grounding breaths. And with each breath, feeling yourself, your whole self, your holy self, arriving and anchoring into this temple space. Feeling the peace and the purity and the protection that has been intentionally curated for you to connect deeply with your sacred mind, sacred heart and womb, your holy grail centers. Feeling that reunion and unification of the 3 grail centers through the central channel and column, the Jed. Feeling that breath weaving its way up and down that central column from the base of the spine all the way to the crown. Feeling that deep holding of the ground upon which you sit or lay. And call in the energy of the Rose and the Rose Mystical Council. Mother Mary, Mary Isis Osset, Mary Magdalene, Grandmother Anna. And we ask their divine masculine counterparts to hold space around us during this remembrance, during this journey. We call in the archangels, the seraphim, the Ophanim, the Elohim, to hold us in the purest light of the high holy heart now and always. Breathing in this connection within and without, knowing and remembering that there is nothing to be done. All you need to do is breathe and be. Breathe and be. Breathe and be. We begin our journey now with the ruby red rose of embodied love, wisdom and power, and the red thread of remembrance, support and connection, strength of being together within the sisterhood. We are going to spiral deep within now as you connect and reconnect with that rose thread within, to activate or amplify the rose codes within you now. The remembrances of the Rose and the Magdalene lineage, reciting the mantra, my body is a rose temple, I awaken the rose within. My body is a rose temple, I awaken the rose within. My body is a rose temple, I awaken the rose within. Simply noticing and opening your heart to receive and remember, knowing that you are in full sovereignty at all times, to take what you need, to leave the rest. Bringing your awareness down, deep down to your pelvic bowl, that infinite well that connects us to the earth and the cosmos, your beautiful womb center and sacral chakra. Here we activate, welcome and witness the red ruby rosebud spiral and open, unveiling and unfurling her rich ruby red petals. their velvet expression, their essence, their scent. Opening, 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 and furling now, emanating that rich ruby red crystalline gnosis, perceiving how big that ruby red rose feels within your pelvic bowl, maybe encompassing the whole thing, feeling the velvet touch across your whole base and sacral now. Taking 3 breaths as she's anchored into your womb space now. As that red thread is remembered and reawakened. Drawing that red thread up from the womb to the heart, and a second ruby red rosebud appears at the heart center now. And you witness and receive it as it opens and blossoms, it blooms, and it bursts forth petal by petal, radiating, enveloping, emanating. Petal by petal, noticing its rich ruby and burgundy tones and colors and frequencies. Petal by petal it unfurls and unfolds, deeply anchoring and expanding the heart. With each breath, drawing that red thread up to the crown, once again witnessing, seeing, perceiving the third red ruby rosebud opening here now. Petal by petal she unfurls and unveils herself in her exquisite, unique expression. She dances and comes to life in her own time, in her own rhythms, opening, opening, opening now. This red thread, this red ruby rose of deep, rich, embodied gnosis is reawakened within you now. You look down upon your left wrist and you see a beautiful red thread has been woven around your wrist now. Maybe as if by magic, maybe one of the Marys is weaving it now for you. A visual reminder of this red thread and connection that you hold, that you are, that you are here to remember. As this red thread on your wrist is being remembered, you remember and receive these words about the rose lineage. The rose lineage originates back to the celestial rose and the cosmic mother of creation, connecting with various star consciousness, most notably Venus. The oldest remaining records of the rose lineage on Earth date back to Sumerian times, to goddess Inanna, worshipped as the sacred embodiment of Venus, the rose and queen of heaven and earth. And Venus in the Venusian council and essence still radiates her rose codes of love, beauty, and pure source, to this day. Her 8-year sacred geometrical path paints the 5-petaled rose in the skies above as she does. She is very present with us here today and always. And through this red rose lineage, we also connect in with the Marys and Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene is the seer and the embodiment of Sophia, guiding the birth of humanity through her gifts of the rose medicine. A guide in the lineage of Venus, Hathor, Isis, the Christed ones. She's an essential leader and guide, and has been in many ways for lifetimes, assisting and supporting those who remember, those with eyes to see and ears to hear. Also known as She of 1000 Angels, she empowers and supports us as we reclaim our sovereign potential and true presence. She is a keeper and guardian of the Holy Grail and Chalice mysteries, a visionary, a healer, a guide, a mentor, a mirror, an initiator and activator of self-mastery. And she shares this blessing with us now. You cannot see in another that which you already hold yourself. Those who are drawn to and connect with my energies and that of the rose, the divine feminine, carry the gifts and wisdom of the Grail, the sacred mind sight, sacred heart emanation, sacred womb body remembrance. As the feminine Christ is being fully awakened at this time, we, the Sisters of the Rose, are uniting. Remember your power, dear sister. Remember your innate and infinite value. You have the wisdom you need to heal, to grow. You know where to seek help. You know how to nurture and heal yourself, to honor your boundaries. Now you must believe and prove to yourself that this gnosis that you may have doubted and feared for so long was true all along. Willing and waiting for the divine timing and will to align. We no longer need to suffer alone. We no longer need to hide, to settle, to doubt or dim. You stand by and with a circle of Rose Sisters, keepers of the white flame of Sophia and the highest order of angels. The Seraphim and Ophanim and Elohim, angels encircle and sing and hold us all now. Feel their embrace. Surrender to their love and support. Call not on me to fix or heal or change you. I love you in your wholeness, for that is what makes you holy. Holy, divine and human, sensory and spirit. I am always here to offer guidance and support. You are me and I am you. There is no separation, and this is true for all mankind. Yet we also have the gift of sovereign unity. Sovereign in ourselves, eternally entwined. What you perceive you need from me is already within. I am your mirror. We stand side by side, straight back, chin up, hearts and hands open, eyes willing to see the beauty and possibility of this world. Our strength is in our union. That's why we have been divided for all this time. But no longer will we be divided. That veil has been lifted, that cord severed. We remember we were always together, held and honored. We remember why we came here. We remember the path of the heart, the seat of the soul, the central Grail center that holds the connection between spirit and matter, heaven and earth. That anchor point of the heart which emanates and ripples the deepest waves of true connection, unconditional love, and true nature expressed. Your red thread has now been woven. Feel, see, perceive it now, anchored upon your your left arm and wrist. Coming back to your sacred mind center now, and gently, slowly, and mindfully, easefully allowing that rich red ruby rose to spiral now back to a close, back to its bud form. Sealing the red ruby rose within your sacral mind chakra and center. Breathing down to your heart and intending the same for this heart rose as she spirals and closes, encompassing and enfolding all of this gnosis and remembrance back into its bud form, back into your heart, anchored and kept and sealed within your heart now. And dropping through that red thread down to the womb, and once again closing this beautiful rich red ruby rose, burgundy rose. Petal by petal it spirals closed, sealing your beautiful womb space and Grail center now. This red thread is anchored, reawakened and remembered, and it cannot be severed. These rich red ruby roses can be awoken, awakened, reopened, reconnected with in any moment that you desire. And gently and slowly bringing your awareness back to your whole body now. Maybe gently spiraling at the hips, bringing your body back into the awareness of your breath and the room you are in, letting all that which has happened to land and integrate. Keeping your gaze within maybe for another few moments and breaths. You just gently rock or stretch and breathe. Bowing your chin to your chest, to your heart. Taking a moment of gratitude and grace and reverence for yourself. Bowing to your infinite heart, eternally bowing.